It's your girl Meya's Coins. I just got here. When I tell y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired. I had a very long weekend. No rest. I got no rest this weekend. I'm so tired. I probably look tired. I feel like I look, y'all. Tired. My feet hurt. Surprisingly, my calves and my legs don't hurt. Because I did enough walking for 5 people this weekend. Good morning, Canes Coins. How you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. This how your girl look with no makeup on. I'm tired. I'm going to get it on right now. I just got to the parking lot. I didn't want to get out the bed this morning. I was like, When I tell you my dogs are barking, bark, bark. That's how they sound right now. If my feet could talk, that's what they would say. Stay off of us today. Stay off of us today. We had enough yesterday. So I went to the zoo on Saturday with my mom. We had such a good time at the zoo. Saw all the desert animals. So there was a zoo in Palm Desert, and it had all of the desert animals. I don't even know how to do this right. So all of the desert animals. So we saw lizards and snakes and hyenas. We saw the giraffe and the rhino. What else did we see? Giraffe and the rhino. I really like the giraffe. It was cute. There wasn't no pandas at this zoo. I'll tell you that much. And no pandas. No pandas. But there was the cheetah was there. And the next cat above the cheetah. It looks like a cheetah. We didn't see the wolf because I think he was asleep or something. A lot of the animals are asleep. It was like 80-something degrees in Palm Springs. Palm Desert. Get it right, man. Palm Desert, it was like 80-something degrees. So a lot of the animals are sleeping. We saw a big tortoise. And we saw a whole bunch of little baby tortoises that were like 6 weeks old. Did he say 6 weeks or 6 months? No, I think he said 6 months. They were like this big. They were little. And they were under incubator lights. They was in the incubator. Now, that looked like me. I had to put on a little bit of makeup. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. What else did I see at the zoo? They had a lot of weird names of some of the animals that was at the zoo. You know me and names. I was like, I don't know about that one. But let me look at my phone. I could tell you. Oh, we saw the kangaroo. Yeah. And then we saw the yellow-footed rock wallaby. Yellow-footed rock wallaby. And his foot don't look yellow to me, but he was chilling. You see the wallaby? He was chilling in the cut. And he just was looking at everybody. He was like, He was just looking at everybody. But he was chilling. And then that's some wallabies that were loose, and Mama was walking over there towards him. Yeah, they was loose. So she went over there and she was talking to him. And this one, he raised his head and looked up at her. I was like, oh, Mom, he looking at you. But yeah, that was the wallabies. And we saw this big old porcupine. Let me see, did I get a picture of the porcupine? Thing was huge. Where the porcupine? Oh, there was called a... What was the name of this dog? Oh, no, that was a hyena. He was knocked out. He was asleep. He was knocked out. That's a hyena right there. You see his little face? He was knocked out. He was out. Out for the count. Oh, here go that porcupine. There's two of them. They was huge. I'm telling you, these porcupines were probably about 3 feet long. These things were huge. I was like, whoa. And those things just shoot out. They were long. But we walked all over this zoo. And then my favorite part was the giraffes. Look at the giraffe's tongue, y'all. It wrapped around that girl's finger, and she was like, oh no, his tongue touched my finger. I said, well, what did you expect? You feeding him? But she freaked out because the tongue touched her finger. But they had a lot of them. And look how close we were able to get to them. I mean, I was like, whoa, they are so close. I thought it was cool. You never have, you can't put in perspective. You could just imagine how tall these animals are, and just kind of put it in perspective in your mind until you actually see them and see how humongous they are. Look at my mom. She's standing right here, and the giraffe's neck is still taller than my mom. Giraffes are huge. They are huge. But they were very friendly. The ones that were there, they were very friendly. I guess because folks was feeding them. This was the giraffe feeding area. So they were very friendly, coming over to us. That's me pointing at the giraffes. That's me pointing at the giraffes. But it was fun. I had a good time at the zoo, y'all. I had a good time at the zoo. And then my mama took a picture with this thing. I can't remember what it was called. But the horns on that thing was huge. I got a close-up. Oh, I got a picture with it too. I got a close-up of it. Thank you for the hearts. Look at the horns. Look at the horns on this animal. I was like, whoa. Huge. Water buck. I don't think that one was the water buck, because I took a picture and it says water buck, but I think this was the one after, because that thing was before, because that thing there was huge, and I don't think I took a picture of what it was called. And I usually like to do that. I don't think I took a picture of that, because I like to go back and read like the little stuff on there instead of standing there all day trying to read it. Where are you going? I'm cutting out solar flares. Oh, really? Hi, Rockzilla. Hi, Rockzilla. See, they even had a picture of him and his horns on the sign. So this is called the Living Desert. This zoo is called the Living Desert Zoo in a garden, Botanic Garden. Oh, they had all kind of different cacti. I'm gonna call it cacti. Oh, that's the name of it. It's the Greater Kadu, Kudu, Kadu. That's the name of that longhorn animal. I thought I took a picture of it. But the thing is beautiful. It's beautiful. And them horns, they're huge. Indigenous to South Africa. So most of these animals they brought over from South Africa. I was like, wow. Wow. I loved it though. I really had a good time. Me and my mama. Me and my mama's at the zoo, y'all. What else did we see? Oh, we saw the warthog, but I don't got a picture of the warthog. But we saw the warthog. And then we saw in the garden, there was the the cactus apples. They were nice on that cactus. Look at that. Y'all know I love plants. So those are pretty nice. Oh, I did a video instead of a picture. I thought I took a picture of it. Okay, I stopped the video. Look at those apples. Those are so cool. So, yeah. Village Watutu. Village Watutu. 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 That was in a village of Watutu. This one. This bird had a big old horn on the top of its head. Uh-oh. There we go. So there was like a lot of birds, a lot of it was just nice. It was just nice. I had a good time. Oh, the camel. There were some camels. There's some camels there. That camel was just chilling. He was rubbing his side on the fence right there. Thanks for lunch Friday. Went and got a crab. I steamed it at home. It was delicious. Thanks again. Nice. Well, you are very welcome. Were you thinking about me the whole time you was eating that crab? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's me with the camels. That's me and the camels. Me and the camels. And then there was a petting zoo. And I was like, Mama, you going in the petting zoo? She said, no, I'm just going to look at them from right here. So she didn't go in the petting zoo. I didn't either, though. I wasn't going to mess with them. Oh, and I saw a beautiful owl. Let me see if I can find a picture of the owl. Oh, there's the zebra. Did I say zebra? So they have zebras, too. And me and Mom tried to take a picture with the zebra in the background. The zebra was way back there. So you can see the zebra and me and Mom. There's the cheetah. That's a good picture of him. He kind of turned and looked towards us. The cheetah. Can you see what it says? A serval. So this was the size of the different cats. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that good on here. But how the domesticated cat, and then the long-haired cat, and then a lion, and the cheetah, and then the serval. So that kind of gives you perspective of how big each of the cats are. I thought that was pretty cool. Mom showed me that, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I took a picture of it. And this lizard jumped out of nowhere across my path, and I said, woo! Almost went #1 on myself when he jumped out at me. And then, like, when you're walking around the paths and stuff, there's squirrels and birds everywhere, and they just come out and greet you, and then they go back. So cool. So cool. My mom had a really good time. This was my Mother's Day gift to my mom. Take her to the zoo and, you know, take her to lunch. So she had a good time. And she didn't get too tired. She got tired by towards the end. She kept saying, Mom, you okay? You okay? She's like, I'm all right. But look at all the squirrels. Look at all the squirrels. They were just running everywhere. They was running all around. Oh, here go the big turtle. Tortoise. Water a land tortoise. He kept walking back and forth, and he was trying to get out of that place. So it looked like he was trying to make a run for it. He was trying to make a run for it. He sure was. So they had like a lot of beautiful different flowers there. So, you know me, I take pictures of flowers and different stuff. Oh, it was called an African painted dog. African painted dog. I don't have a picture of the African painted dog because they was in the cut and they was asleep. So they weren't out walking around. They were asleep, but I took a, look, see, you can't really see him because he knocked out. There was 2 of them in there and they was asleep, so I couldn't get a good picture of them. And then the meerkat, he was chilling. The meerkat. I'm going to try to make a video of all the different animals. But this was a meerkat. And then the ram was up on the mountain. He was up there looking over everybody. He was way up high. And then all the other little ones were down here. You see him down here? And the big guy was up here with the big old horns at the top. Uh-oh, right there. And all the little ones were right here. I had a good time. That literally looked like that ground that would have scared me too. Yeah, because I was just walking up and he just like, and I was like, oh! Mom was like, what's wrong? I was like, lizard trying to get me. The lizard trying to get me. She just started laughing. She said, girl, you crazy. But shoot, the lizard tried to get me. And then there was a big old gecko in the bushes, but that was just a sculpture. I was on the way to the Kid Land, and in the Kid Land they had Jurassic Park, but it just had the head part. I was like, where the rest of the T-Rexes? It just had the head to the T-Rex. Scary enough, right? That was scary enough. And they did have a merry-go-round for the kids. That was just for the kids. So this was a plant conservation center, and me and Mom was in here for like an hour looking at all the different plants, because you know we like planting stuff, and we were looking at North Africa and Northern America and South America plants, and then they had plants from Africa. They have plants from Australia. They have plants from everywhere. This plant just looked like a bunch of boo-boo. That just looked like a bunch of boo-boo, and that's a plant. I said, I don't want that one in my yard. I don't like that one. Why my bun look crooked? Is it crooked? Or my head was just crooked? I looked up and it looks like it's crooked. But I had such a good time. And then look, this plant just looks like a bunch of fungus or cauliflower. I was like, that's a plant? And here the name of it. I couldn't tell you what to say, but here we go. That's the name of it. Is it sideways? Oh no. But yeah, they had a lot of little sucklings that were, excuse me, planting something. They're planting a lot of stuff. It's like planting, creating new plants. So that was fun. Ooh, that was the big owl. And then I got a picture of the white owl. Oh, here you go. He's cleaner looking. You got to get real close to the fence so you could get like your camera lens in between the fence, because my camera was focusing on the fence and not the bird. Oh, they had a sage garden. So like it was like a big old field full of sage. Hey, Siren, good morning. Talking about my zoo adventures. My zoo adventures this weekend. What is this one? This one was called America's Big Cat. That's just what they called this one. Beautiful. Beautiful. He was asleep too. But just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful pattern. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Just a beautiful cat. Beautiful. But he was knocked out. It was like 80 degrees. So, oh, look at this owl. And I was like, Mama, he only got one leg. She said, girl, no, he got it up under him. I was like, he only got one leg. Look how pretty. He's so pretty. So, yes, I was so excited. He was asleep too. That owl was asleep too. Like all the animals, I guess because it was hot. It was like 81, 82 degrees in Palm Desert. So a lot of the animals were asleep. And this was like the cactus garden. So there's like all kind of different cactus in there. And we were just checking those all out. Like you see the little path. You could walk through the path and get up and close to the cactus. I was like, I don't want nothing sticking me. I'll stay over here on this path. But a lot of the cactus were just beautiful. Some of them had flowers on them. Some of them had the apples on them. Just pretty. Just pretty stuff. And then this reminded me of Gilligan's Island. If y'all don't know what Gilligan's Island is, look it up. But as soon as I saw that, I said, oh, that looked like Gilligan's Island. And when you actually go up in here, there was a pond. So it's like a little pond and a little stream that came down to a pond. I was like, that is cool. Look at all them palm trees that they haven't cleaned up. So it just looked like an oasis over there. So we went over there. No, don't delete that photo. We went over there and it ended up being like a little pond in there. Let me see if I got a picture. Oh, I didn't take a picture of the pond. I didn't. It was just a little pond. I think because when you started walking towards the pond, there was this cactus garden, another one, and so I was taking pictures of the flowers instead of the pond. But when you walk down in there, that's what it is. I don't know. Let me see. Does this video show it? Oh, okay, it's in this video. Hold on, y'all. Let me back it up a little bit. The little pond. That may be the pond they were talking about. Oh. You hear the water? There it is.
Oh, you could chillax back here. Okay.
Now, excuse me if my mama said a bad word or if I said a bad word, because I'm telling you, there was bugs, there was flies, there was lizards.
A wild grapevine? Oh, yep. Oh, lizards. All kinds of lizards. We're gonna cross the bridge right here. This is amazing. I like this place. I really like this place. We got a little stream, a little pool. If David was here, he'd probably try to put his fishing pole in it. I know. That won't stop my brother. A red-tailed hawk, Mom.
So that was the pool.
The red-tailed hawks.
Oh, there's the hawk.
Right there at the bottom. There's 2 of them over there. Red-tailed hawks.
They were, at least the red-tailed hawks were up. They were up. The red-tailed hawks. But yeah, there was a little pond over there, and they had like little benches around the pond. So like if you were tired of walking, you could actually sit and chill. Like this place had benches everywhere, so that was nice. So if you were walking around, you got tired, there was plenty places to sit, which I thought was really unique, because a lot of zoos that you go to don't have that many places to sit. But this zoo had a lot of places to sit, so it's really cool. Connor's Clubhouse, Cobalt, good morning. How are you? I was just sharing my adventures at the zoo. MM, good morning. Megan, Marin, something, I'm probably chopping your name up. But good morning. Welcome to the live. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're trying to get to 5,000 organically. Your girl's trying to get to 5,000. Audi 5,000. Audi 5,000. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So it is 7 o'clock in the morning. So y'all deserve this.
Looking through some old pennies, found a couple more Wheaties, and I think that they're nice. Just look at their luster, if you'd like. We could swap them for your double by 70, because I need it to finish my book. Meya's coins, let's go coin roll hunting and see what we find in these rolls. So let's find some nice coins and trade them for those that you need to complete your collection. I have a whole stack of all kinds of coins. On my stream, we do mail call and show and tell. We even have a Panda Pounce. The excitement is great, and it happens at 5:30 on Mondays. That's Pacific time. So tune into my stream. Meya's coins, let's go coin roll hunting and see what we find in these rolls. So let's find some nice coins and trade them for those that you need to complete your collection. I have a whole stack of all kinds of coins. Meya's coins, and she goes coin roll hunting and see what she finds in these rolls. So she finds some nice coins and trades them for those that she needs to complete her collection. She has a whole stack of all kinds of coins. So let's find some nice coins and trade them for those that you need to complete your collection. I have a whole stack of all kinds of coins.
I love it. I love the song. You are the most beautiful woman I know. Oh, terrible Ted. That's so nice. That is so nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I forgot to get me some more lotion, y'all. My lotion is like, I got to squeeze it like this to get some more. I got to get more. I forgot to get some. I went to the grocery store before we, so that was, so Saturday, you know, me and mom went to the zoo. And then after the zoo, we hit up the Goodwill store in, Palm Springs. I'm still mad at myself that I did not buy this one sweater. I was like, I don't need another sweater. I don't need another, like, long sweater. And I was like, this sweater is so cute. It was like light blue and dark blue with white. It kind of looked like a patchwork kind of sweater with denim squares. The squares were like this. And so it was like patchwork. And I was like, that is so unique and different. But it wasn't on sale. Y'all know I got a problem with if it's not on sale, I got a problem with it. When I go to Goodwill on Saturday, I'm looking for $1.99. And it wasn't $1.99. It was $9.99. And I'm telling you, if it was probably in the store, it probably been like a $79 sweater. But I still wasn't willing to pay $9.99. I just wasn't willing. Y'all know I'm a mess. But I lose my clothes. They get bleach on them because I clean in my clothes. I don't be thinking about what I have on. I clean in my clothes. I get bleach on them. So I don't like spending money on clothes. Y'all already know that about me. I just don't like spending a lot of money on clothes because I'm going to mess them up. Because I'll go home like with this shirt on and I'll start cleaning or cooking and end up messing it up, get grease stains on it, get something on it, and I can't even use it no more. And I'm popping out of this shirt today, but it's going to be all right because I'm telling you, I was tired this morning. I just grabbed the first thing I could grab that kind of matched. So I got brown pants, brown, and I think this is pink or tan shirt. Threw on my brown shirt and my brown shoes, and I was out of there because I'm tired today. So, you in Florida? Nah, I'll be in Florida in July. Then I'm going on the boat, and then I'll be back in Florida on August the 8th, 9th, and 10th. When the boat come back. But, yeah. In Palm Springs, yeah, the Living Desert is in Palm Desert. But we went to the Goodwill store in Palm Springs. And when I tell y'all they had so many nice things in Palm Springs, I said, Mama, let's get up out of here. I said, and I was finding them for $1.99. Like, I was finding all blue tags. All the blue tags for $1.99. And I was like, Mom, you know I don't need no more clothes. I keep finding so many nice things in here. Let's get up out of here. She said, Meya, you a mess. I said, let's get up out of here, Mom. We had to get up out of there. I think I bought 7 items. Because I was like 14. No, it had to be more because my total came up to be $22 and some change. So it had to been 10 items, right? Because it was $2 a piece. Yeah, I got like 10 items. Nice, cute, pretty blouses and stuff. I got to wash all that stuff, so I didn't put none of it on today because I got to wash everything. When I buy stuff from Goodwill, I make sure I wash it. And, oh, I found me a nice coat. Now, that's one thing I did buy. That was $9.99 because it was a raincoat. And it went past my knees. It had a hood. It had like gold little things on it. I mean, I could wear it as just a regular coat, but it was that kind of material that's like water resistant. I was like, oh, I need a raincoat. And so I was willing to part with $10 for that raincoat. So I did buy me a raincoat. I'm telling you, they had everything I could possibly want in that store. And Mom said, Meya, they had some silver over there. I said, real silver? She said, I looked at it. It said $9.25. I said, why didn't you tell me? I would have bought it. She was like, well, you was busy over there with the clothes. I said, Mom, you know how I am about silver. Why didn't you tell me? She told me after the fact when we was leaving. I was like, I'm not going back in. Well, she told me after we went to In-N-Out. When we was driving out of In-N-Out, and the way it was made, I couldn't just go right across the street back to the Goodwill. You would have to go out of the parking lot to the first light and then make a U-turn and come back. So I didn't want to do all that because we was already tired. It was like the end of our day because we We went to the zoo. Then we went to In-N-Out. I said, Mom, I'm going to take you wherever you want to eat. Because I promised you I was going to take you out to eat for Mother's Day. She said, I want In-N-Out. It's right there. This is what I want. I said, are you sure? She said, let's go to In-N-Out. I said, oh, Mama, you a cheap date. Because initially, when we looked everything up online for the zoo, it was $39.99. $39.99 to go to the zoo. And then it was $80 if you wanted the VIP tour. We got there and she had some kind of, old folks discount. We got in the zoo for $5. $5 a person, $10 is all it cost me for us to get in the zoo. I was like, now that's what I'm talking about, Mom. Thank you. So she was a cheap date. She said, I was a cheap date. I said, you weren't. I was willing to spend more money on you because it was Mother's. I mean, I gave her money for Mother's Day. But I still wanted to take my mom out and spend the day with her for Mother's Day. And so that's what we did it this weekend. And we just had a really good time at the zoo. And then we had a good time heading out. And then we had a good, I don't even think my mom bought anything at the Goodwill in Palm Springs. But I did. Y'all know me. I'm going to buy me something. If I see something I like, I'm going to buy it. So I did. And then I think I got home maybe like at, I want to say 7 or 8 o'clock. Because after I dropped Mom off, I said, let me hit my Goodwill up on my way home. Because it's $1.99 day. You just never know. Like, you don't want to miss something, and it could have been $1.99. So, yeah, I hit up the Goodwill on my way home and spent another $20 with another 10 items. Because you just can't pass it up. And me, I'm always looking for, like, nice blouses to wear to work. And I found a few. So, y'all, don't slip. Don't sleep and don't slip on the Goodwill. The Goodwill has some nice stuff. And half the stuff that I got in Palm Springs for $1.99 still had the original tags on them. Still had the original tags on them, y'all. I was just like, Goodwill good stuff with tags on it? But I'm like that, too. There's stuff in my closet that have tags on them that I haven't even pulled off yet. Because when I pull it off, then I wash it, and then I wear it. Then, sometimes I be so busy, I can't pull the tags off and throw it in a wash. And before you pull the tags off, you got to try it on, because they give you 60 days to bring it back, but you have to have the tags attached. So I have to try on stuff, and then say, okay, yes, I'm going to keep it, cut the tag, and then put it in the laundry. So I'm in that process right now of all the stuff that I bought. I tried on maybe half of it. And like 2 pairs of the pants have to go back. Because I'm just shaped so weird. I'm shaped like a box. And a lot of pants just don't look right on me. And so 2 pair of the pants I got to take back. And I think like one of the blouses was really tight on my arm. I got big arms. I got guns, y'all. I got guns. So I have to take one of those back. But like, you have to buy them so you could try them on, because they don't let you use the dressing rooms anymore. So you have to buy them to try them on and then take them back if they don't fit. But that gives me a good reason to go back to Goodwill. Go to Goodwill. Look for the cod stuff. What's the cod stuff? Oh, you meant the cool stuff. Yeah, I have a good time at Goodwill. I call myself a Goodwillaholic. I'm a Goodwillaholic. I don't care what nobody says. I have a good time at the Goodwill. I could shop at the malls if I wanted to. I could, but why? Why come? I could spend $100 on a shirt, but why would I? When I go to the mall and I look at the prices, I was like, I can find me one like this at the Goodwill for $1.99. I'm not. I found me a Calvin Klein jacket. I found me a Calvin Klein dress this weekend for $1.99. I looked that dress up. That dress was worth $59.99. I was like, I got it for $1.99. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I don't play. So when I got up, I told Mama I was running late for church. So Sunday, okay, we passed Saturday. Sunday, I got up. I got ready for church. Now, James did not one time mention, Meya, we're still going to the fair, right? He did not one time mention this because our whole plan was to go to Catalina on Saturday and then on the fair on Sunday. And then that all changed because Mom said she didn't want to go to Catalina because it was going to be cloudy and cold. So I was like, okay. So I didn't think we were going to go to the fair. So when I'm in the car on my way to Mom, pick up Mom to go to church yesterday, Sierra called me and said, are we going to go to the fair? And I was like, huh? What are y'all talking about? Because James was at her house. And she was like, Pop-Pop said he wanted to go to the fair. We going to go to the fair tonight? I said, I got to go to church. I told my mama, I said, what time y'all trying to go to the fair? Well, the fair don't close till 11. I said, I'm not trying to be at the fair until 11 o'clock at night. I got to go to work in the morning. Needless to say, I lost another bracelet at the fair last night. I had a Joan of New York tennis bracelet, and I lost it at the fair. So I'm always losing jewelry. So I don't even know why I continue to buy it and wear it because I keep losing it. And I have to keep, my earrings are like the only thing I have not lost. I lost the back to one of them. Luckily, it was before the top part fell out. That I was able to find that the back was missing, so I was able to save my earrings. But yeah, lost another tennis bracelet, my diamond tennis bracelet. So I'm like, that's the second diamond tennis bracelet I've lost in my life. And I said, I'm just gonna stop wearing my bracelets. I had, like, this one has a big clamp on it. And I think I'm still gonna get a chain put on there. I think that's the only way that'll save me if I get one of those link chains put on there. Next time I get a bracelet, if I ever get another bracelet, I'm gonna get a chain, a link on it, so I won't lose it. Like, why am I spending this money on stuff and I keep losing it? But whoever finds my tennis bracelet out there in TV world and YouTube world, I hope you enjoy it because I know you're not gonna turn it in. That's why you don't wear your ring? Yeah. I keep losing stuff. That's why I wear costume jewelry now. Because the real stuff, I lose it. Kind of like, buying stuff from the Goodwill. I'm always tearing up clothes. So why spend the money on it? Why spend the money on it if you're going to lose it or mess it up? Why? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for something. But, yeah. I lost another bracelet. When I got home and I went to take my bracelets off, I was like, where's my other bracelet? I was like, just a mess. Always losing stuff. Always. So I had these 3 on. And I had 4 bracelets on. So I had these 3. I'm glad I didn't lose the big one. I'm glad I didn't lose the big one. Because these 2, can y'all see them? Wait, I'm dropping it on the floor. I have 2 that are real diamonds and one that's now I have one that's they're costume jewelry. But there we go. Y'all see those? So these 2 are real, and then this one is costume jewelry. And I had another costume jewelry one that looked like this. And I had these on yesterday, and I lost one. So it's like, dang it. I like these because they have the little thing on the back. I can make them tight on my wrist, and I don't lose those. But it's anytime I have something like this clamp, this always comes loose, and I lose stuff. And that's what the other one was like this. And I lost it. So it's just sad. I usually only wear them on special occasions, like when we go out and stuff, but I'm just gonna Look, I'm just gonna retire those because I keep losing stuff. I had to get rid of my black purse, and because I just got too much stuff right now. Summertime, I keep all kind of stuff. So I got my old vintage Louis bag out. This bag is from 2004. See, I don't throw away nothing. I don't throw away nothing. I done glued it back together. I done put a scarf around, a Louis Vuitton scarf around the handle. I got a MEYASCOINS little pin on here because right behind here, I had did something to my bag and I got a hole in it. I don't know what I did. But and I actually found, but I guess that's me. I'm always keeping the receipt. So I have the Louis Vuitton receipt in here, and I think I exchanged it once because something was wrong with it. And I was like, my signature is still the same, y'all. Look at my signature. It is still the same from 2024. I mean 2004. That's over 11 years ago. I still sign my name exactly the same. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So back then, the Speedy bag was $549. $545. I think the wallet, $420. See, I used to buy myself stuff back then. Yeah. I used to buy myself stuff. But I exchanged it for something that was... I exchanged something for $135, and I changed it back for something that was $610. So I had to pay the difference of $220. With tax, it was $237. So yeah, this is a receipt from 2004. And I went to the South Coast Plaza. South Coast Plaza. So my bag is genuine. I don't want nobody to tell me my stuff is fake because it's not. When I used to work as a district manager, I would buy myself a new bag every 2 years. And like I said, when I would buy a bag, I would give them away. But this was my first ever Louis Vuitton bag I bought myself, so I will never give it away. And I want to actually, there's a guy that will like put the new hardware on it. He gonna put new handles on it and stuff. But I think it's like $500 just to do that. And I said, well, that's like almost a down payment on a new bag. Why I want to get this one fixed up when I can buy a new one? Make it make sense. Y'all gotta go to work. No, I still got 10 minutes. Oh, I didn't give y'all your morning song. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, Panda Pop family. Good morning to you. Hi, Stoney. What's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Where's my ghost? Ghost Nancy T, David Carlisle, and Sammy P. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The sun is actually out today, y'all. We got some sun. Here comes the sun. But, oh my God, did Sierra have a good time at the doggone fair? So, yeah, so when I got home from church, they said they wanted to go to the fair. So I said, Mom, I forgot all about them wanting to go to the fair. I said, so can we leave church early? And she was like, yeah. And, oh, I think my shader is all the way in the back. I got to get it. I got to get it. I got to get it. I got to get it so I can protect my dashboard. Good morning, ghosties with the mostest. I forgot my meds. You better go get them. You better go get them, Invisible River Ranch. You better go get them. So, are you doing better than when you bought the bag? What do you mean? Am I doing better now than when I bought this? No. Because when I bought this bag, I was making $70,000 a year. I'm not making that kind of money now. I could be making that kind of money, but I don't want to. I don't want to be out there like that. It's a lot of responsibility. Right in the job that I have now, I don't have that kind of responsibility. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my job. It's not too stressful. It was stressful learning new stuff, but now that I got it down, I'm good. Ghost Nancy T, did you see the giraffes? I loved looking at the giraffes at the zoo. It was fun. So yeah, we end up coming home. I changed clothes, and then we went over there to Sierra and Rashad's, and we had a snack. He was making steak and asparagus, so we had a little bit of that because I hadn't eaten all day, and it was already 3 o'clock. By the time we got to their house, it was 3 o'clock. I said, y'all hurry up, I'm hungry. They were like, oh, they were hungry. They had just got home from church, so that's why they was making a snack. So we had a little asparagus and steak at their house, and I said, okay, let's go and get to the fair so we could eat. So we got to the fair, and Rashad and James got the big turkey leg. I got a sirloin shish kebab. So I got one of those. And then we were just walking around. Then we got the mini donuts. I mean, we did the fair thing. We did all the fair food. We had a good time. But we walked and walked and walked and walked. And the baby got to sit on a real motorcycle. And when I tell y'all he was excited to sit on that motorcycle, look at him. Look at him. He was so excited to be on that motorcycle. He was so happy. The man's like, oh, he could sit on it. And she was like, sure. And he was like, yeah. So she put him on there, and he was just smiling, and he was having a good time. He was happy. He was so nice. That guy right there. He let him sit on his bike. He was so nice. That was so nice of him. So yeah, we left the fair probably like at 9 o'clock. I think we did 5 hours. So we got there about 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. Yeah, maybe we left at 8 because we got home at 9. We got home at 9. So yeah, we was there from 3:30 to 8:30. So we walked and walked and walked and walked. And James said, I did 13,000 steps. I said, are you serious? Did we walk that much? Because we were just going back and forth from Kittyland so the baby could ride rides to the other side, so Josie could ride rides. And I'm telling y'all, we just walked and walked and walked, and we just had such a good time. We had a good time. But my legs and my feet hurt today. Today, y'all, my legs and my feet hurt today. So there was the shish kebab. See my shish kebab, and it's right here. And then James had his turkey leg. So he was happy. I was happy. But I'll post some of this stuff. Y'all know it's just gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute to get it all out. But we had a good time. It was like we just were busy. The whole weekend, I was just busy. The whole weekend. Yeah. Oh, did I take a picture of that purple lowrider? Oh, no. It's a Cadillac. It's a purple Cadillac, y'all. And it was a lowrider. It was so sweet. Look at that. It was like purple and blue. It was so sweet. That was so sweet. Hi, JC Likes Pam. How are you doing this morning? So, I mean, my weekend was jam-packed, y'all. It was just jam-packed. Hey, Stoney, good morning. Did y'all come in and hit the like button? Thank you. Did y'all send me some hearts? Thank you. So, I'm still a little raspy and hoarse. I'm a lot tired. They trained me on how to do a new job last week. that I have to start this morning. So I'm going to cut out of here in 3 minutes so I can be prepared for it. I got my rice coffee. Today, I don't want no food. Like, I'm food out. From this weekend, I am food out. So, like I said, we hadn't eaten. So when we first got there, I got the shish kebab. James got the turkey leg. Then we was walking and we got some mini donuts. And they had like cinnamon and sugar on them. So they were hot. They were so good. So we walked around for like 2 hours. Went to the petting zoo. And then we were coming back out. I said, oh, I need a corn dog. I'm hungry. And he was like, you want the little one or the big one? I said, I want the big one. That corn dog was like this big. It was $20 for a corn dog. But me and James shared it. And I was like, let's go. And then everybody was ready to go. And James was like, wait, I need some ice cream and some more of the mini donuts. James wanted, because we shared the first bag. Everybody got some of the first bag. But when it was time to go, James was like, no, I need some more mini donuts and some ice cream. So we went back to the mini donut place and some ice cream. And it was freezing and we was eating ice cream. Walking out of the fair. But it was fun. It was fun. And we walked a half a mile just from the car to the entrance. I was like, dang. And it was $26 to park. I don't understand. They already making so much money off of people who go into the park. It was $26 to park. So we all just rode in here. It was $15 because we went after 4. So we got there at 4. We got there at 3:30. But we didn't go in until 4 because it was like $30 before 4 and it was $15 after 4. So we waited till 4 o'clock. That's what it was. So 4 o'clock we got in for $15 per person. So we already paid $26. We spent over $100 before we even got in the park. They make it, and there were so many people there. Like, it was crowded. For a Sunday, it was jam-packed. And I was like, look at all this money these people are making. Like, hand over fist. Everything was overrated. So the turkey legs, they used to cost $15. They were $26. I said, what? No. The total was $26. I think the turkey leg and the lemonade was $26. So yeah, you had to pay like $5 or $6 for a lemonade. But you got a fair cup and you could refill the cup all day long at all the different stands for $2. So that was one good deal that they did have there. But everything else, way expensive. Way expensive. All right, y'all, hold on. Let me get my shader because I need to make sure I protect the dashboard because I will hear James's mouth if I don't. Alrighty. Gonna grab the shader. What is this? Oh. That was the receipt for the parking. Can y'all see that? $26 to park at the fair. When it used to be $5. It used to only cost $5 to park at the fair. I said, we should have Groupon something and got the parking and everything on a discount or something. But they was so last minute on last time I was at that fair. I was like, I don't think about no fair. You said we was going to go. But I was like, I forgot all about the fair. Forgot all about it. Then I didn't know that the babies was on, so it's all good. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Be back here tomorrow. Y'all woke me up because I was so tired when I started. My bun still looked crooked. But I was so tired. Y'all gave me some energy so I can get in here and get my job done today. I love y'all. Much love and respect. Very motivating Monday, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday.